Hey guys, what up? It's Chris TV here again today, and today I'm back with another Madden mobile video on my channel. Now today's video, guys, is one of the most highly requested videos I have on my channel, and it's why don't my auctions sell, or how to sell your auctions. A lot of people don't know what's going on with the auction house, and I'm here to tell you guys what's going on, why your auctions won't sell, and maybe help with selling your auctions, even though it's super hard. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on my post notifications so you never miss any of my videos. Today's post notification shout out goes out to Beast Gaming. There's a stat on YouTube that says about 80% of you guys that are watching my channel are not subscribed, so if that's you, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my content. But let's get right into the video. So, why don't your auctions sell? I haven't even tried to post anything in the auction house in a while. Diamonds aren't too hard to sell. We'll talk about why in a little bit. But you know, you have probably all of these elites, all of these golds, all of these players that you want to post to the auction house, you want to get coins for. I don't know how many coins on my bench I have worth of all this stuff, but I probably have a couple mil worth. Like even with diamonds and stuff, I probably have, you know, 3 million. Then the other stuff I probably have worth of about, you know, a couple million, and you just can't sell stuff. Look how many things I have. Like I said, I haven't tried to sell stuff, but it's impossible to sell stuff. So for those of you, I'm sure a lot of people don't know this, but the auction house is not run by humans. It's run by a bot. It's not run by people, it's run by a bot. So the way it kind of works is an auction gets posted, you post an auction, there are 4 different auction houses, and your card can be posted to any of the 4 auction houses based on the bot. I'm sure there's some algorithm, it's all random or whatever. It gets posted one of these 4 auction houses, so that's why you may not always see it. And it gets posted for maybe a little bit of a different price than you posted it for. You know, you might post it for 228k for this card right here, and it gets moved up and down a little bit. The price gets adjusted on these cards. And the way this works, I'm not 100% sure on the way this works, but the way, if your card sells in the first hour, it means it got bought within the first like 20 minutes or whatever. You know, it got bought right away, the card. And if your card expires, or no, if your card gets bid on and, you know, it expires with a bid, that means it got bought in the last hour or any other time, I believe. I'm not exactly sure if that's true or not, but I've been told that's what happens or whatever. And we're gonna talk about why stuff just doesn't sell at all. So there you go. The auction house is not run fully by humans. If it was, then we would be in a much better situation. But that's not. So we all know it's nearly impossible to sell your players. And the main reason for that is because there's no demand for players. People don't need these players right now because there's so much supply. People don't need them. There's no sets for these players. There's no reason to keep these players on your team. There's no reason to keep these players on your team because the promos are easy to get diamonds. Like, you know, for someone like me, I've no use for all these players. I'm not training. There's no players to evolve that are low overalls with all these players. There's no good sets, flashbacks, you know, there's only a few good sets even worth doing. Not core. There's only a few sets that are even worth doing for the flashback sets that take players. So other than that, there's no sets. There's nothing for these elite players. There's no reason for people to sell or use these players. So they want to sell them. But nobody has any use for these players. That's the thing. All the other players are so easy to get. No one has any use for these players. So there's no demand for the players, but there's a lot of supply. So if any of you, have taken economics or understand how that works, it's pretty simple. Price will go down because there is no demand. There's decreasing demand, but there's increasing supply. Price is going to go down. But in Madden Mobile, on a lot of these cards, prices cannot go down. And the reason for that is there are price caps. I will put a little chart on the screen right now of some players and some overalls of what they go for. So you will notice that on a lot of these cards, the prices are where they're sitting at. So there's going to be I don't know what that's the program. That overall obviously is there, the tier, and then the floor price is the first price, so that's going to be the smaller number you see, and then the ceiling price is going to be the bigger number you see. And the ceiling price doesn't matter because stuff, it's not going to be struggling to sell at the ceiling price. It's going to be struggling to sell at the floor price. But so let's take an 85 player, for example. So we're going to search for 85 overalls. These are one of these overalls that don't sell. 85s, people don't need them. So the price cap for an 85 overall is 125k. That's the minimum. So for example, if I post an auction for an 85 overall, if I feel like I don't even have one, I have a couple 85s overalls. If I post an auction for 85 overall and I post it for 123k, this auction will not go, this player will not show up on any auction house. It won't tell you that, but it will not show up on any auction house, and it won't sell at all. There's no chance of it selling because it is below that cap that the EA sets for the bot to buy, or whatever, however that works. You need to post it for the buy now price. That needs to be above that price cap, and the bid doesn't matter. You need to post it for above that price cap, and for whatever reason EA thinks or feels like people should know what the price caps are, which makes it confusing. Now you will see a few auctions. We saw a couple here that might be, you know, a couple thousand below the cap. I don't know if there's any that's gonna show. There will be a few cards that are under this price cap, and the only reason for that is because when you post an auction, the EA bot can change it by like 5 to 10%. So, you know, sometimes if you post it right at the cap, I don't even know if they can sell right at the cap, but they will get, you know, the price will get changed just the slightest. I'm sure we will see a couple under 125k here, 123k, almost 120k here. But yeah, so each overall has its own cap, and I really need you guys to save this chart because this is going to help you with your caps. Now, this does not mean that all your auctions are going to sell now if they weren't, because they're not. There still is not demand. You have to get extremely lucky, and it's going to take, you know, endless tries of you posting and posting and posting your auctions until you finally get a biter. Someone takes the bite and buys a card, and it's gonna take a while. So we can kind of see, you know, that as we go up, 85s are 125k, 86s 162k, 87s are 200k, and you can see that all of these players are sitting at those price caps. I don't know why I want 81. All those players are sitting at those price caps. So people, the reason that these cards aren't selling is because these cards are not worth their caps. There's, you know, 87s are 200k. 87s are not worth 200k anymore, but the caps are at 200k. People don't want to pay 200k for these cards because they're not worth 200k, but they cannot go under 200k. Therefore, people are not going to pay for them. So they're going to sell. They're not going to sell. They're going to sit on the auction house and do nothing. That's why these cards are not selling. That's why your auctions are not selling. 88s are 237k. 237k. 237 500, I think. Obviously, like I said, you're going to see a couple that are sitting under, but you can see how many auctions there are up that are not selling for under the cap. 89 overalls are 275k. Same thing, sitting at the cap. These cards are not selling. Same with golds. Golds are not selling. They are way too expensive. It's 78 golds, 12,000, the cap for that. 75 golds are 4,000. People don't need golds anymore. Golds are useless. There's no reason for golds. There's no trophy trades. There's no good sets for golds. So, yeah, basically there's no demand. The price caps don't allow it to sell or whatever. So, yeah, now there's one exception, or there's actually a big exception. A lot of people don't know this. Diamonds do not have a cap right now on Root Tools, which is where I get the stuff from. Diamond cards do not have a price cap. So the minimum for diamonds is kind of manually set. I'm sure the bot still has some say in it, but there's really no cap. You can kind of see that there might be, like, you could maybe say that, okay, maybe there's an artificial cap at, you know, maybe 205,000 or maybe 210,000 would be a good price. But there are cards that get posted for way under. I've seen snipes for 150k. I saw one for 160k, literally like right before I recorded this video. There's no price cap on diamonds, so I could theoretically post a diamond for 100k and it'll probably get bought. So this is why your diamonds are, but then again, diamonds are useful right now for evolution. They're useful for just people are using diamonds right now. So therefore, your diamonds are probably gonna sell more often. They won't sell every single time, but they will sell more often. So diamonds do not have any price caps, and obviously that's why they're more likely to sell. I've got a lot of stuff on my bench, and I'm really trying to sell some stuff. This is probably worth so many coins, I just realized. You know, I've a bunch of 89s. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 89s that sit at the 275k cap. That's over 1 million with those 4 cards if they would sell, but they're not gonna sell. And you know, I'm going to start to try to post these because I'm trying to stockpile my coins. I've got some videos coming out the next few days, kind of with some smarts on promos and stuff and all of that fun stuff. I've got some looking back at old promos videos coming out. I'm really excited to, you know, get some promos going. We should have playoffs coming out next week. Kind of weird that they don't have it coming out before tomorrow where playoffs start, but we'll have to see. I'm sure we're going to get a new field pass and all that fun stuff. But anyways, guys, that's just about it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm GoosyV, and I'm out. I'll see you guys later.